Hey, thanks, folks. Thanks, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a wild week, and I got a story for you that's going to make your blood run cold. Now, we all know Portland's known for its quirky hipsters, great coffee, and keeping it weird, but this time, we made national headlines again for something much more sinister. That's the capture of a suspected serial killer. And let me tell you, this case is one for the books. Now, the alleged serial killer goes by the name Jesse Lee Calhoun. And it turns out this guy's got a rap sheet longer than a line at Voodoo Donuts on a Saturday morning. But here's the kicker. He was actually one of the lucky inmates who got released early due to COVID concerns. Yeah, thanks, Governor Kate Brown, for releasing over 1,000 inmates, including Calhoun, who now finds himself at the center of several murder investigations. You see, Calhoun was granted clemency, but it didn't take him long to get back to his old tricks. And by old tricks, I mean meth, guns, over 500 rounds of ammunition. Talk about a prolific thief and career criminal. This guy makes the Joker look like a harmless prankster. But wait, it gets even crazier. Calhoun, the so-called talented artist who painted designs on vehicles, well, he was out on the streets for less than a year before bodies started piling up. 6 young women met a gruesome fate, their lives cut short in the most horrifying manner. Here's the chilling part. Investigators have linked Calhoun to 4 of those 6 murders. 4 out of 6. Now, I don't know about you, but when I hear a serial killer is on the loose, I expect authorities to be on high alert. Track this guy's every move, but apparently the Portland Police Bureau, they didn't get the memo on that one. When online sleuths started connecting the dots and raising questions about the deaths, the police came out with a statement saying there was no reason to believe the cases were connected. Oops. Turns out they were wrong. Surprise, surprise. Now, thankfully, someone had the common sense to sound the alarm. Officials reached out to Governor Tina Kotek, who wasted no time revoking Calhoun's clemency, but let's not forget this whole mess could have been avoided if the early release hadn't happened in the first place. So here we are, the city in shock, families devastated, and a community searching for answers. The arrest of Jesse Lee Calhoun serves as a stark reminder that sometimes our justice system gets it wrong. We can't afford to let political considerations override public safety. We need a system that prioritizes the protection of innocent lives over feel-good policies promoted and funded by left-wing billionaires. Today, my thoughts go to the victims and their families, who now have to navigate the aftermath of this horrifying ordeal. And to the people of Portland, stay vigilant, stay safe, and never forget that even in the weirdest of places, darkness can lurk. My name's Tom Coffey. This is the Coffee Nuance Show. The best damn censored commentary and news show live right now. Flame on. So yeah, this is big news, huh? So it's a Multnomah County man. His name's Jesse Lee Calhoun. He's suspected of being involved in the killing of these women in the greater Portland metro area. And what I want to stress here is he was released from prison. And he had clemency because the former governor, Kate Brown, did that. Yeah. Now he's currently in custody on unrelated charges. He's got a history of felony convictions. He's described by law enforcement as a prolific thief and career criminal. Sounds like the guy that we should be letting out, right? Yeah, officials expect him to be charged in connection with the women's deaths. The investigation into the killings initially denied any connection between the cases. but later identified links between the deaths of the 4 women. So, yeah, this is shocking news. It is a reminder that to those that think that they're doing good by... Man, you know what? I never even understood this whole, let's just give clemency to... And this is a direct result of the policies of the Oregon Democrat Party. This is a result of that. So, yeah, do with that with what you will. Anyway, real tough story. I have been following this this story, since it was initially reported, and I had heard some things behind the scenes, and then I had heard that they had this guy in custody last week, and that an announcement would be made soon. So it finally has happened. But I guess this is a relief, right? We got a serial killer off the street. It's good news. Good news. Let that be the good news of the day, right? Anyway, we got a good show for you today. I got a couple of stories to go through. We're talking about Trump indictment. Cristiano Ronaldo is praising Saudi Arabia. I wonder why. And a real positive story from NFL player Russell Okung. So let's get to that coming up next. There we go. Stop the presses. Trump just dropped a bombshell claiming he's the prime target of the January 6th investigation. The sweet smell of desperation from the Democrats. It's like they see him as a worthy opponent in 2024, or they just can't resist the temptation of reliving their favorite TV drama. Get ready, folks, because the Trump show is back for another season. It looks to be even more entertaining than ever. Here's the story. Former President Donald Trump claimed that Special Counsel Jack Smith informed him that he's the target of the Jan 6 investigation and must appear before a grand jury within 4 days. Trump believes that this indicates he'll be indicted as a result of the probe. He criticized Smith, referring to him as Deranged Jack Smith, and suggesting that the Department of Justice under President Joe Biden is targeting and harassing those who complain about election fraud. I better be careful then. Trump asserted that the investigation is a witch hunt and a political weaponization of law enforcement. The investigation led by Smith focuses on Trump's actions around the 2020 election. Previously, Smith has charged Trump with multiple crimes related to the return of documents to the National Archives, which helped fuel fundraising efforts for Trump's potential 2024 presidential campaign. Additionally, Trump is facing a separate investigation by a Georgia state prosecutor regarding his alleged attempts to overturn his loss in Georgia. So this is really scary, scary stuff. This doesn't seem like America, right? And I'll probably have more on this tomorrow, but the important thing here is we have this law, right? I guess it's in the Constitution, 14th Amendment, maybe, something like that, that if you're indicted on participating in an insurrection, then you can't hold federal office. And so in this case, if they're able to somehow tie Trump into, the riot, the protest on January 6th, or the insurrection on January 6th, I was always wondering why they kept calling it an insurrection, because I thought that that's just hyperbolic, I mean, they weren't actually going to a bunch of unarmed people like march in and somehow take over the government. That's not an insurrection, right? We saw what could have been an insurrection in a coup in Russia, right? When the Wagner Group was rolling tanks toward Moscow. Now that's a potential insurrection, but people trespassing and smashing windows and stuff like that. I don't know. But now I understand. They keep calling it an insurrection because if you are are found guilty in participating in an insurrection, you may not hold federal office. And so this could be some sneaky way to get Trump out of the race. That's what it appears to be to me. That's what it appears to be. And if that's the case, if they're using this as a way to against their political opponent, that doesn't even seem American to me. And I get it, right? I get it. People hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. I understand that. But that doesn't mean you just not allow him to run. And this is an indication that they believe they can't beat him, right? So they're just going to have to disqualify him. Shocking. Shocking. I got to read more about this. To have a more informed opinion. But I guess that's not stopping everybody on TV from having an opinion too. So I guess if it's good enough for everybody on TV to be uninformed and to spout their nonsense, I guess I can for the dozen people watching this show. Anyway, but I'll probably have more on that tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And next up, I want to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the greatest soccer players in the history of the world, and what he has to say. And so why did Cristiano Ronaldo choose to play in the Saudi Pro League instead of Major League Soccer? Well, apparently he realized that scoring goals is great, but scoring a 9-figure deal is even better. Who needs MLS when you can make more than $200 million per season? Am I right? Cristiano Ronaldo has stated that he won't be joining Major League Soccer, and that's the United States Soccer League. And he's not going to be returning to Europe anytime soon. He believes the Saudi League is actually better than MLS and expressed satisfaction with his current club, Al Nassr. At 38 years old, Ronaldo sees his career coming to an end and has no plans to return to European football. He praised the Premier League as the only European league maintaining a high level of quality. Unlike Ronaldo, Lionel Messi recently joined Inter Miami in MLS, making a significant move for the league. So that's kind of interesting. He's stating that the Saudi League's better than the American League. I wouldn't know. I really don't follow either. I think when you're watching sports, there's something about you just want to watch the best in the world, right? You just want to watch the best in the world. And MLS, right, the American soccer, it's not. It's clearly not the best league in the world. And so why would you watch a subpar league when you can watch Premier League and see some fantastic soccer? I occasionally will watch the local team, but so I don't even know. I haven't watched any of the Saudi League. I haven't watched much Major League Soccer either. But perhaps the Saudi League is better. Maybe not. But for $200 million, I can have any opinion you want me to have. Just like Cristiano Ronaldo. I might actually lower my price tag. You may have to pay me less than $200 million to state an opinion. Anyway, I just thought that was a fun story. And lastly, we got some good news about NFL player Russell Okung. Russell Okung's weight loss journey is truly impressive. I mean, he went from being an offensive lineman to an offensive, I'm a lean man. That joke was better in my head when I wrote it. It's like he turned his body into the ultimate before and after photo. And you know what they say, if you can survive a water-only diet, you can survive anything. But hey, let's give credit where credit is due. Okung is proving that with determination and a few less cheeseburgers, you can tackle any challenge, even the extra pounds. So let's raise a glass of water and toast to Russell Okung, the MVP of weight loss in the NFL. So here's the story. Former NFL offensive lineman Russell Okung has achieved an incredible transformation by losing a significant amount of weight. After losing nearly 100 pounds in April, he recently shed another 50 pounds through a 40-day water-only diet. Okung, who played for teams such as the Seahawks and Chargers, shared his progress on Instagram, stating that the fasting was both challenging and rewarding. Previously weighing around 310 pounds, he's now estimated to be in the 170-pound range. Okung's weight has posed challenges during his football career and affected his overall well-being. But the weight loss has rejuvenated him, leaving him feeling more alive and energetic. That is some serious weight loss. And a 40-day water fast is incredible. Have you ever tried a fast? I have. I made it to about 2 o'clock. That was it. I think it probably gets easier after time, but I was not able to go very far at all on any kind of fast. But this is truly incredible. Now, I don't think most people can do it. Only a select number of people would be able to do a 40-day water fast. But, we've heard about, fasting it's been in all the religious texts. Throughout history, it's seen as a very spiritual thing. It's a way to take care of yourself, take care of your body, become in touch, in tune with yourself much more. And perhaps we'd all be a little bit better if we could do a fast. Not necessarily a 40-day fast, but maybe a 7-day fast. Something to explore. I've been following Russell on Twitter for a long time. In fact, he may be the only pro athlete that I've been following. I like his, he's a very inspirational guy, and he's very based. I really like him. And so I've been following his journey for quite a while. Wanted to share it with you today. Truly incredible. Truly incredible. Someday I may try a fast as well. And my fast would probably still include some coffee. I think that should be allowed. A little coffee. And then in the evening, maybe a few mojitos. But other than that, right, I think we should be able to do a fast. I'll have to check and see if that's allowed. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Stick around for the after show. I'll be going through all your comments on YouTube and on Rumble and on DLive and on Twitch. We'll check them all out. See what y'all are saying. Thank you for tuning in. If you made it this far, do me a favor, hit that like button. It means the world to me. It really does. And I'll be back tomorrow. It's Wednesday with another big idea. Until then, peace. All right, thanks everyone. This is interesting. I'm just Anyway, thanks for sticking around for the after show, everyone. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Duggo's over there on Rumble. What's up, Duggo? Guess not a whole lot of people watching on Rumble. Did it freeze? Did it freeze again? No, it seems to be working. Okay. We got a couple people there watching. What's up? How you doing? Thanks for smashing the like button over there. That's the term they use, right? Anyway, everybody checking in. Apothecary John, Lucid Moments. Jody's here. She should be held accountable by letting them go, in my opinion. That's what Lucid says, talking about Kate Brown. She won't be. No one is ever held accountable. No politicians are ever held accountable for their actions. I guess with the one exception is Trump. And there's so many things that you could hold Trump accountable for. And Jan 6, I think, is not one of them. But it's my own opinion. We can agree to disagree on that one. Lucid says Jan 6 was an FBI promoted event. Well, it was. But I just agree. Yeah. Greatest soccer player was Pele. Pele was a phenomenal player. I could say one of the greatest. But also Cristiano Ronaldo, truly one of the greatest players of all time. 200 million would buy me, just saying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one more month and the guy probably would have disappeared. That's for sure. The serial killer was picked up on something else. See, that's the thing, is if you're a career criminal and you're just doing crime, killing some people on the side, going back to crime, you're going to get caught for something. So, thank God he's off the street, though. That's great. How long have scientists and doctors been working on what is best for dieting? I grew up with speeders. White Cross were one of the healthy solutions. That was called speed, or diet pills, amphetamines, right? Yeah, that it raises your heart rate. If your heart rate is raised, you will burn more calories, right? That's essentially what taking speed will do for your metabolism. You raise your heart rate, burn more calories. There's other ways to raise your heart rate as well, right? You can exercise, you can dance, right? Ride your bike. That will raise your heart rate, and you will burn more calories. Or you can take pills, right? That also works. Not necessarily good for your heart to do it that way, though. So I don't think that there will ever be a consensus on losing weight. But there are a number of best practices for losing weight. In my opinion, don't eat anything out of a box. Try to eat whole foods. Limit the time that you eat per day. You could start off with just 12 hours. You eat during a 12-hour window and you sleep for 8 hours, and you don't eat a few hours before bed, right? That's a good start. And, go out and get your 10,000 steps. That's going to be a great start. So anyway, you can start with that. I think if you start with that, and the other thing is, don't drink things with calories, right? Just don't. Now, coffee, if you have coffee, black coffee, I think they say it's about 3 calories per cup. That's insignificant. That doesn't really matter. But yeah, you don't want drink your calories. You just cut out booze. That's several hundred calories a day, right? If you're having, let's say, 2 drinks at night and you just stop having those 2 drinks, right? You will lose weight. Everything else being equal. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. This serial killer thing should be national news. It's not national news. And why do you think it's not national news? It's probably not good that a guy that was let out based on some Democratic policies that most Democratic leaders support, you find out that there was a serial killer. It's not a good look. And that's probably why it's not national news. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you all for checking in. And I appreciate all of the feedback. Thank you. Smooth stream today. So that's good news. That's good news. I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.